Geofux, Psych Perspectives. Let's talk about LGBTQ plus history being included in public education, public schools. The history of LGBTQ plus identified individuals and the contributions that they have made to not only their community, but the world community at whole, regardless of race and ethnicity or culture or religious beliefs or class. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack, but I'm not here for everybody. That's not my goal. Those of you who know I'm a part of the LGBTQ plus community. Number one, I'm intersex. Number two, I am transgender, transmasculine. I am in the process of transitioning. And I identify as, a trans man, transmasculine, transgendered. So there you go, female to male. And I'm also African American, of African ancestry, black American, whatever you want to call me, right? So those are just some. And then I'm attracted to men. I'm attracted to masculinity. So there you go. I support LGBTQ plus history being taught. The first time I heard about Bayard Rustin, I was a sophomore in college. So this is 2012. This is 2011 to 2012. I had an African American history course that I took at the junior college that I went to, Mott Community College in Flint, Michigan. And that was the first time I learned anything about Bayard Rustin. Because oftentimes, when it comes to black history, for example, especially in the public education system, the only time you hear about it is during what? February, Black History Month. And then they talk about the same people. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks. You might hear about Malcolm X. You might hear about Harriet Tubman. But for the most part, you're going to hear about Dr. King and Rosa Parks. Okay? And you're going to hear about the Montgomery bus boycott. You're going to hear about Bloody Sunday. But for the most part, you're not going to hear about all the other amazing men, women, and people who did the work and who never received credit or praise or recognition because they were women or because they were LGBTQ plus. So this is why I support LGBTQ plus history being taught. Another thing is, when people can learn about the great achievements and all of the things that LGBTQ plus identified people have contributed to society, to the world, it'll also inform people of, a lot of y'all are being homophobic for what? A lot of you are being transphobic for what? And there's no other explanation besides the fact that you're an ignorant bigot and you're closed-minded. And all of you who keep coming on here with but they're forcing homosexuality on our children. How do you think those of us that are in the LGBTQ plus field, you forced heterosexuality on us our entire lives? So what are you talking about? I grew up, all the people I saw were heterosexual and cisgendered. So how do you think I felt being intersex, being transgendered? How do you think I felt? I had no one to look up to or relate to, and also stop telling people that they have to drop parts of their identity in order to be supported by other parts of their identity. Because oftentimes, again, in the black community, we're being told that we can't be black and a woman, or we can't be black and LGBTQ plus. We can't be black and transgendered. We can't be black and gay. It's like you want us to pick and choose when no. This is who we are. These are our identities. These identities make us who we are. I'm not about to drop the fact that I'm trans. I'm not about to drop the fact that I'm black. I'm not about to drop the fact that I'm intersex. I'm not doing any of that. If you have a problem with who I am as a person, get the fuck up out of here, because I don't need you looking at my videos. I don't need you leaving comments. I don't need you in my life. And that right there also proves how crazy a lot of you are. Y'all sit up, y'all are homophobic and transphobic, yet you keep coming to our pages. You keep watching our videos. You keep leaving comments. So maybe, and this is why so many of us have a strong belief that a lot of people who are homophobic are actually in the closet themselves. Because, I mean, let's be real. If you don't like something, why are you constantly talking about it? Why are you constantly bringing it up? Why are you constantly, you know what I mean? I don't like the Ku Klux Klan. I'm not going to be going to the KKK meetings and rallies. But in the meantime, you will find homophobic people and transphobic people at Pride marching and protesting. You will find homophobic men leaving comments and being disrespectful on a constant basis. But in the meantime, you're homophobic. But you all up in our mix 24/7. Strange, okay? Also, teaching LGBTQ plus history has nothing to do with sex. And that's another, stereotype that when we're talking about people's sexual preferences or who they're attracted to, there's this assumption that the whole focus is gonna be on sex. Yet, we learned about heterosexual people and cisgender people our entire lives, and the focus was not on sex, was it? So why is it when we're talking about being inclusive and actually giving people a true world history and knowledge on people from different groups, different backgrounds, all of a sudden, when it comes to the LGBTQ plus community, oh, they're going to be learning about sex. Like, y'all have issues. End of discussion. Okay, it's the homophobia, it's the transphobia, it's the closed-mindedness, it's the bigotry, and these are the types of people that I look forward to you dying off. I'm just going to be honest. I look forward to people like you dying off and extincting, because we don't need more idiots walking around. I'm just going to call it for what it is. Also, I want to address the comments. This is what I mean by the craziness. Every time I turn around, are you a girl or a boy? Are you a dyke? Are you lesbian? Oh, you must be a part of the LGBTQI, WX, Y, and Z, trying to be funny with the letters and the acronyms. Yet, you still on my page watching my video. You still taking the time and effort to leave comments. Something is wrong with you. Once again, I'm not sitting up here watching Klan rally videos. I'm not sitting up here watching neo-Nazi videos. I'm not watching homophobic people's videos. For what? If I don't agree or like you, I'm not going to waste my time with you. But that's how we know y'all have some type of fascination. Y'all are obsessed with other people's sexuality and gender identities. And there's something wrong with you. Every time you point the finger, 3 fingers are pointing back at you. Okay? So to address the issue, again, to the question, are you a dyke? No. Are you lesbian? No. What are you? Are you a boy or a girl? I was born intersex. My family decided, we're going to raise you as a girl because it's easier. This was their method. This was their thought process. I was born intersex. We're going to raise you as a girl because we feel that it'll be easier for us to have a pond than build a mountain when it comes to your sex organs. And you'll never know. Even though I knew as early as 4 or 5 years old that I didn't identify as a girl. Because once again, scientifically speaking, our brains are gendered. Okay? Now some people don't agree with that opinion or that science approach or that medical approach within the trans community, but you pretty much know who you are. Okay, and I knew as early as 4 or 5, like, and then come to find out I was born intersex, and I didn't even know that because my family kept that for me. I didn't even have access to my own medical records. I'm just now getting access to that. So that's a whole nother video. But okay, so I am intersex, I'm transgender, trans masculine. I am in the process of transitioning female to male, FTM. I am on HRT, hormone replacement therapy. I've been taking testosterone for a month now. I am attracted to men and masculinity. Okay? So my sexuality preferences, I'm attracted to men and masculinity. Therefore, I identify as gay pansexual, because as a trans man who's attracted to masculine beings, masculinity, men, I would be a gay pansexual transgendered man. There you go. And I don't even owe you any explanations because I'm not fucking you. I'm not interested in fucking you. I don't even know what the hell the vast majority of you people look like, because most of you don't even have pictures on your YouTube channels. Y'all are nothing but keyboard warriors hiding behind computer screens. So who's really the bitch? Who's really the punk here? Okay, who's really the coward? Anyways, I'm for LGBTQ plus history being taught. And I also see a lot of black folks, a lot of black cisgendered heterosexual folks who, well, what about black history? Again, this is what pisses me off about black people. We drop the ball and then we get mad at other marginalized groups of people who are fighting for their rights on a consistent basis, while our black asses continue to drop the ball on our own communities and situations. If y'all really wanted to have true black history taught, don't you think your black asses should be up marching, protesting, writing legislation, talking to your political officials, going to your board of education to make sure that black history is truly being taught, instead of sitting up bitching and moaning because another marginalized group is doing what the fuck they're supposed to do to better their own identities and representation? That's y'all problem. You always worried about everybody else when you need to be worrying about your black ass. And that's why your shit ain't right. But that's a whole nother video too. I'm not even finna get into it. The point is, representation matters. People need to see people that they can identify with, people that look like them, people that have gone through the same struggles and battles and triumphs as them. And we also have to make sure when we talk about LGBTQ plus history, we're not just talking about cisgendered white men. Because once again, we know the track history with this. Oftentimes, cisgendered white men or cisgendered white bodies will be put on this threshold of superiority over everybody else's identity. So you won't even hear about people of color LGBTQ plus. You won't hear about people that are gender non-conforming, gender fluid, gender non-binary, transgender, intersex, two-spirited. You won't even hear about these people. But then you'll sit up and hear about cisgendered white bodies, or particularly cisgendered white men in the LGBTQ plus history. So we have to make sure that it's being inclusive and well-rounded as well. Anyways, this video is getting long. If you're a bigot, get the hell off my channel. You know, if you're close-minded, get the hell off my channel. Because I'm not finna deal with you. You're just gonna be blocked. Ain't nobody finna deal with you in 2019.